I like that bias. We'll see though. I mean, keep in mind, like look at the overall here, right? On our 1 hour. The fact that we haven't even like come close to retracing to discount, right? We could easily grab that London high and then come down down close to discount here. So definitely something to keep in mind.
Absolutely. All right,
Let's go.
for those who are just joining the stream, here we are, Day Trading Edge. We're all here. We're gonna live trade NQ. Dan of all trades already snatched a short this morning, in and out. Quick little scalper.
We're starting to take this low, guys, and we've bounced off this fair value gap. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, if ES is gonna start to go, our stop location is gonna be here. I'm gonna add 1 micro at a time. And man, I'm not seeing displacement though. 942. I'm gonna wait till closer to the 950 macro because it's possible we could come up here and grab it one more time. And that would be a much better entry. Speaking of that. All right. Let's come up and grab the top of this fair value gap. It'd be great. Wouldn't it be awesome to get our stop location like right here? Come up, bounce off of it, get our stop really nice for like a beautiful R&R down to the Friday afternoon low. And the day low is even a little further. But let's watch this really carefully right now. Bouncing off the London low.
I understand. Deleting the live streams that got interrupted by a power surge will be deleted forever. Yes, please delete.
Goodbye. We tried our best, guys. We tried our best.
I even have this on a UPS, but I think it smoked my router upstairs, so it had to reboot.
Yeah.
Guys, one point only. I saw a very nice fair value gap on a daily. Maybe you noticed it, and it's we are sitting currently on weekly open, and underneath we have a fair value gap on a daily, and I thought we are going to grab it maybe just about now.
That'd be nice. This one? What are we talking about? Way down here?
A little bit above, but
A little bit above?
Yes, that's it.
That's the one? Oh
That's the
man.
one.
That would be a nice fall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be great. I think we'll definitely sweep the London high before we come down that far. But if we
Yeah.
sweep that, man, oh man.
I
And we
don't-
have the previous Friday low back here, right? Looking at the 3-minute. Oh, here, let's check our entry. Reset chart view. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right. We formed this 1 minute, and now we're rejecting off of it. All right, guys, that's bearish order flow. I'm gonna take a short right on that high, and I'm only going in 1 micro because I'm gonna see. I am still expecting like a little fake out, but if we don't get it and we run to here, I'll take $200. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially with that risk, that's a good R&R.
Yeah. And now if we come up, what I'm gonna do, we have this fair value gap. So technically the best placement would be here, but because this high is so close, $20 gets me a lot more security. Now this is my 3-minute. This is my 3-minute gap up here. So really the best location is here. So we're gonna wait and see if we get a reversal. And if I see it slow down as it enters this fair value gap, I'll add another contract and move my stop to here. And that'll give me like a $400, $500 reward for about 180 risk or so, which is still excellent. We will be patient. All right. Going short. It's pumping above that 1 minute fair value gap. That's great. ES is still bouncing off this 3 minute. We've displaced below it and grabbed it a few times. See how heavy it looks with these wicks, guys? It's trying to go short and it's making sure that it's going to go ahead and take everybody's stop losses here before it continued. We generated another fair value gap, and this is the reason I went in, and we're now 2 fair value gaps deep in bearish order flow. And we displaced below this low slightly, and we came back up. So I'm looking for a rejection off of here. If we don't get that, we'll add another contract and reset to there for our stop loss. Honestly, if we start to see bearish order flow as well, I might add one more since we're in the negative now. It'd be nice to kind of normally, double to average in a little bit better and increase our R&R quite a bit. Let's come bounce the 3 minutes. So ES is coming up. That's our inverted fair value gap. Oh, there it is. We got displacement, guys. Let's see. Nope. Is it faking us out? You see ES start to take off? I thought it was going to blow through the bottom. Go come down and grab a London low. I really like that we haven't grabbed it on ES yet. That's just awesome. There it is. All right. And all right. We're going to get the push eventually. Okay.
We're coming out of that earlier SMT too, guys.
Nice. And now we're still in. Let's see if we get a little bit pump back up. If we can get a little closer, I might add one more contract. We will see though. Don't want to risk too much. It is a no news Monday.
Yeah, it is.
They tend to be a little mean sometimes.
A little unpredictable.
They definitely like to take your money. Yeah. But this is really nice that we've got the bearish order flow. We're looking pretty heavy with these wicks. We're generating another fair value gap. So lots of good things. These wicks are very interesting coming down though. So let's see. All right. Let's get some displacement. There's a nice little 3 minute bearish fair value gap right here that we just respected. See that? We wicked into it, candle body, and then retraced. And we got a little displacement, and then we reversed again. Classic Monday moves, right? Look at this defensive consolidation down. Like it's like if we could wick any harder.
There we go.
All right, we're entering the 950 macro, 950 to 1010. This is when I was looking forward to seeing this displacement. So if we get it, this would be a wonderful thing. We're looking for ES to push to London low, and our next low is down here. We actually have another. Let's come out on the 5 really quick. So we do have a previous level right here we want to be aware of.
Absolutely.
Look at this crazy gap Friday as well. We'll likely close that gap. These gaps kind of act like fair value gaps in a way. There just weren't any. So defensive moves down. Am I still in? I'm still in premium from my stop down, so I could add one more contract if I wanted to do that. I don't know if I'm going to do that today, guys. I don't think I'm going to add one more.
Yeah, I think that's a good move.
If I see a retracement up to this gap, then I might do it. But I like that we're forming these little fair value gaps, and frankly, I'd be a little discouraged if we reversed up to there at this point, since it's Monday, and since we still have this loose end of the London high, right? However, once we grab this previous day low, we could go lower, and so that's the one thing I would really like to leave a contract on the table.
Yeah.
I'd really like to leave a contract on the table for a runner.
Yeah, just keep an eye out for SMTs too, and change the state of delivery back into a bullish, territory. Just kind of run it down, like manage a trade and do the trailing stop loss, and
yeah, absolutely.
Because you're like you're pretty much sitting right on a payout, aren't you?
Yep.
It's incredible, dude, that you've done this live. Like you've done this live in the Discord. That's crazy.
Yeah, we got it. Started the combine, got it funded live, and now we're trying to get a payout live. We're taking what the market gives us.
Yes, exactly.
No profit targets, nothing, doesn't matter. We're going to take what the market gives us. All right, so we're stalling out a little bit. Classic Monday moves. Don't like it, but again, we're fighting this fair value gap over here, right?
Yeah,
I mean that is
gap too. Yeah.
That's technically the gap. Now, once we get a push into this, which we do have a push into it, the bottom of this official candle ends here, so we want to keep an eye on that. The bottom
See how
of that
price
3 minute.
reacts there. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's the bottom of the fair value gap. Though this is like a price gap, right? This is where we just didn't have any orders.
Yeah,
so
we should be
like,
filling
boom.
that.
Yeah, I expect it to fill this extremely fast.
Yeah,
Once we
yes.
get in there.
And that's, guys, also this new week opening gap.
Oh, is it?
Mhm.
Oh yeah. That's why we have that, right? The orders are just jumped, right? Everyone had a ton of limit orders for this price right here. That makes sense. So there should be a fair amount of liquidity here to get as well. That's great. And there'll be a lot. There should be a ton of liquidity down here on this low because of the new week opening. So I'm expecting it to grab it. We're still sitting on this 3 minute on ES though. Boo. I don't like that. Let's push, guys. Let's push. All right, we got another 1 minute fair value gap. That is great. So at this point, I'm gonna look for a stop loss adjustment. Do we have it? No, I do not. On the oh, that's a 3 minute gap. Never mind, I'll be okay. So there was a 1 minute. I mean, I could come down to here, I guess, but I'm not gonna move it into profit. That would be silly right now.
Yeah, I would wait for another good, another good fair value gap creation, another good run in your direction, and then maybe start to consider that.
Yeah, and the reason being for anybody watching here is right. These fair value gaps, candle 1, 2, 3, and we see this. There's only short orders we're taking here. Our technical stop loss location for market structure would be behind the wick of candle 1, and we really want to see like two fair value gaps behind is kind of where we want to trail to be safe. So here we're getting a reversal off the bottom of this. If we come up to entry, I'm thinking of adding. Oh, that's good. That's a good rejection. Let's see. Yeah, let's get that on ES too. I want to see that on ES for sure. Going with 20 contracts over there?
Oh, yeah.
By accident. That's me hitting it. It didn't let me do it. I'm going in 2 though.
Almost. When you accidentally take a 15 contract short.
Oh man.
It can be
Hopefully
interesting.
hopefully micros.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
Goddess almost she almost went in with 15 15 micros on the middle of this short here. All right, so let's see, guys. We got bearish order flow. We've got some displacement. Oh man, wow, look at this defensive price action. Okay. Let's see, guys. Let's see.
I just took profits.
What does the 5-minute look like?
Very defensive.
Look at those wicks, man. We don't have any fair value gaps. Aside from all the way up here. Not great, but
Yeah.
that's Monday for you.
Technically, we could return to that 5-minute fair value gap up there.
Yeah, we could. And that would be above my stop. We got a 3 here though. So I'm gonna bet on this 3-minute fair value gap right here. Yeah, I still see kind of bullish movement here. Let's see if we come up to above my my target now. Here we go. Monday shenanigans.
No news Monday shenanigans, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually not even trading today.
Yeah.
Just watching.
All right, let's come up and tap this fair value gap. Again, I've got the same idea. If we this 3 and 5 is about the same. So I'm gonna end up right here on my stop. If I come up close to here, I'm gonna enter another contract and move up. But I do want to see us not take this on ES.
Somebody racing?
Somebody's racing a motorcycle.
Is that what that was? That's funny.
I don't know. It wasn't me.
Sounded like a broken motorcycle.
Right. All right. We're grabbing. That looks like a grab to me, guys. Over on in. I'm going to add one more.
That's pretty much it.
See.
Is that your full risk right there?
That is my full risk for this trade.
Okay.
But
cool.
this will allow me to take 2 contracts down here and leave a runner. So that'll give me you know, about 300 plus profits out the gate, and then I'll leave a runner and see. Because if you're right, Igor, we head down that far. Boy, that'd be nice. That one contract will
Well, how
probably
many
make me
how many points is that to that daily? I don't know, man. How many points is that?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean that may be the draw for like the week, but
Can be.
Let's go. I'm just joking.
yeah.
6 grand.
Yeah, I mean that could be the main draw for the week. I'm not sure we would head there today. I think that's too far. Now we could have a block swan event, but I think we'd be like limit down if we went that far. Like they would close trading.
They might, yeah. There we go. I can read. Here we go. All right. Let's do auto. Watch it on the 1 minute. Okay, so now we went a little higher on.
Looks like we're SMTing on the 1 minute here. Oh,
We
it's
are,
on the
yeah.
1 and 3. Okay. Sorry, you're on the 3 over there.
So we inverted. Yeah, I am on the 3 over here. Let's see. Still bearish order flow though.
Yeah.
But we got a little kind of reversal here. I don't know if I like that.
Also on NQ. What? Hey,
Okay.
I'm trading on it. What? All different kinds of messed up this morning.
Wrong asset.
No. That's right.
All right. And I might take a loss here, but that's okay. That's cool. I got the 85 scalp, so I'm gonna be out like 120, like 115 only.
Nice,
awesome.
nice.
Yeah, I'll take 3 of those today, easy. And if I get a trade that plays out, I'll make that back and then some. It's all about R&R, right? And
Yeah, it
like being
is.
totally cool with taking good losses. Your plan like must include taking good losses. So many people want to see like I never lose, and it's like, well, you never make money then either, or you're the luckiest man on earth, one or the other.
Yeah, I was gonna say
And
I've
the
never,
17
everybody I've coached, I've never seen anybody who's had a
Yeah.
true like 80-90% win rate without having like, you know, a 3% loss to like a 0.75% gain, so they end up losing anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
Man,
because
I'm getting really
No,
Yeah.
I'm still pushing
let's see if we
mine.
push through this. ES looks like it might fall through the floor here, but
it does.
NQ may be holding it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
It does look that way. This is a nice little grab though for this high right here. See how it got close to that and encroached on that high? I like it. And then now we're reversing here. This is a great sign that we're still and see this wick, we still have bearish trajectory. They're just trying to make sure people get, you know, we made this fair value gap on the 3 and it wanted to take everybody's stop losses and it did that. See that? It got it got close actually, but it didn't quite take it. Even better. Oh my goodness, that's great. Yeah, see, if your stop had led this wick a little bit, still would have been okay. I like my spot though. I feel a lot safer up here. I'll sacrifice. What is that? It's like $50 for a better stop location. Take it. Going right there. All right. Wow. Consolidating. We got 6 minutes till our macro's over. Classic Monday. We might be on this trade for like an hour and a half, guys. Just throwing that out there. But see how defensive it is?
Yeah.
It's really trying to make sure nobody's able to get in and no one's able to take the short. Look at all those wicks, right? Even on the 3 minute, it looks really nasty. Look at this one. Yeah, it's just anybody that's trying to enter and keep a tight stop today is just getting destroyed.
All right. So are we developing an SMT here, or is ES
See that
going to
wick
pull
down?
us down?
Yeah. I don't like that grab. Kind of looks like we're reversing that downward pump, guys. That 3 minute. We're pumping back up.
I'm still respecting the bearish on.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't gone past it. Mm.
Wow. Yeah, again, R&R is key here, right? We're gonna make sure we try to have a good stop location, and I would much rather have gotten in up here though. But honestly, we didn't see displacement until this happened really quick, and I
Yeah.
was out. I took that trade and got out. I could have sat through all of these shenanigans, but I would have been almost back up to where I was before. So I'm glad I took that quick one.
Yeah, it was a nice 730 rejection, but I think that happened before we were at the
Mhm.
charts.
It did, yeah. I was on the 930 manipulation, yeah. All right, let's go. Come on. Faking everybody out. Here we go.
Hopefully we're not.
Yeah. I don't think we are. I don't think we are. We have liquidity get, and we still have people already have it.
I think we're getting some breakup on the stream, but
Yeah.
I think it's my internet. I don't know what's going on today. Usually it's solid Starlink.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little janky this morning.
Yeah.
It's cloudy out too.
On
Yeah.
ES, our low is 558.64. Yes. Sorry. I'm gonna go back out on the 3-minute on ES so I can keep an better eye on things. And I'll be on the 1 minute over here on NQ. That's the top of that gap. I'm gonna get rid of this level just so I can.
Like 64.
See, we're kind of consolidating here. I kind of like that. This is a fair value gap we've tapped twice now, 3 times now. Let's see if we respect it or not. This little 1 minute bearish fair value gap. Just for kicks. 431. Ooh, that's terrible risk. I'm gonna lead that a little bit.
15-minute.
Yeah. We swept these levels. All right. It does look like it's gonna pump through that 1 minute. We are in danger. It definitely looks like we're getting a little.
Nah, if you get stopped, dude, it ain't nothing.
Yeah. But I'm gonna ride it through. Because
Good.
I think we could potentially. This is just a little bit of a retracement, right? I really think we are gonna pump to that high though. We're getting both displacement on both sides, but it's really hard to tell with how wicky it is today. My intuition tells me that we are going higher. I'm gonna close. We've inverted that gap. I think I'm. Yeah, I'm closing. It's gonna take my stop. We're pumping out. So now are we going to London High? Let's take a look. We're gonna have to watch this for a while. I'm probably gonna watch it till the next macro. Here we got this 3 minute. We could end up with another entry to go short because we haven't grabbed the London low as well. So let's take a look. Yep, would have just stopped me out. Took both of those fair value gaps. 3 minute and that 1 minute. All right, I'm glad I closed a little early. I saved $5. Feels good. No, not significant at all. The macro's over, and we tapped that fair value gap. So let's continue to watch order flow. It looks a little bullish now, you know.
What's it look like on like the 5?
Looks kind of bullish on the 5 a little bit. Oh, here we're coming down.
I don't see any full displacement or fair value gaps on the. What about the 3?
Yeah. Nope. We could potentially get a short position back, but let's see. It's really moving sideways today. You know, we'll see. Unless I get some sort of a good setup before the next macro, I think that's going to be my strategy today. I'm going to wait till the next macro, unless I really see some movement.
Tap to we're looking at this stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that's Hopefully, we're continuing down. For me, because I'm still in.
You're right. Oh, good. Yeah, Goddess is still in the trade. Anybody else take it? Oh, Igor's gone, huh? No one else has taken it. Southpaw, did you take it?
Yeah, man, I did good.
Oh, you got out?
Yeah, I got out.
Good, good. Great.
Nice. I'm just watching today. Definitely gearing up to start trading tomorrow, though. Hopefully, this will be a good
Good.
week with all the news. We'll
Yeah.
see.
All right, we inverted this 1 minute. Bearish, and we're rejecting off of it.
Yeah, definitely.
We got a really long wick down here to tap that as well, though, so. Definitely defensive price action. Come out on the 5, on the 15. So we got this 15-minute fair value gap we're sitting on. Where this 1 minute is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this would be the third bounce off that 15-minute fair value gap.
Yeah. Come back up. I might try to re-enter my short here if I can get a nice pump up and get a rejection off of this. We will see. We inverted the gap that we inverted, so onward. Honestly, it's not bad scalping territory today. We're wicky enough. We're moving quite great distances both ways, you know? There are quite a few ticks both directions on most of these candles. Just moving everything here.
Oh my God.
We inverted that gap that we inverted. Cleaning up my chart a little bit. The giant fair value gap. All right, so I'm primarily interested in how we react off this 3 minutes. That's why I'm kind of cleaning up a little bit. Sitting on London low again. London, yep. We're bouncing over here. Consolidation to 10. Wouldn't be surprised if we consolidate up to 1050, so we will wait and watch. It does look like we're losing that bullish momentum, right?
Definitely.
It would be perfect to actually displace up and grab most of this fair value gap and then come back. Getting close to that high. If it's going to come down and grab these lows. So let's be patient.
Yeah. Can I have something to beat?
Here we go.
This is the first leg of the bear sheet.
Mm-hmm.
So
Consolidating so heavy.
yeah, the double tops, that's good. So so I go on 2 and I press buy
Mm-hmm.
on 2. And then that leaves a run.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, if you buy 2 contracts back, you'll leave a runner there. That's great. You're still on the short. I had a bad stop location, I guess. Actually, structurally, it was good. It just came and got me. Just barely.
Not too far. And then make a judgment as it's going.
Yeah.
I was like negative 200 at the most. Mhm. And
Let's come back up here.
your mouth is pretty out of that. Come on, push it.
Yeah.
Some big moves.
There we go. Get our pump up to grab just a little bit of a grab and then back down.
No,
Your stop's on the high, right?
my stop's at 760.
Okay.
But that's I don't plan on letting it ride that high.
Cool. I would say I hope not.
No way. Well, I already made 57, so the most that I want to lose is 250.
Cool.
So then we are also like rejecting from this above.
We are, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm thinking we'll probably tap into it one more time just to fake everybody out. It could obviously just fall on then we're gonna look for the next move on the next macro, right? There's always a move, but yeah, if we can get, I'm looking for some displacement up here. I like this stop location way better above the 730. But again, we are shorting. We would be shorting in discount here. So we want to keep that in mind. But if we do see, it does look pretty heavy still. We didn't take these highs, So we're still looking to potentially enter this short if I can get a better stop location. I want to see a pump up to this 3-minute. Let's go. And then some sort of an indication that it's slowing down as well. I have a feeling it's just gonna go whoop boom. You know what I mean? I might throw a contract in when it comes up to here. Just because. Yeah, there we go. It's been rejecting really heavily off of this so far. There it goes here. Come on. Yeah, it's really struggling to stay up there. But there's some increase in liquidity right there. Let's see. There we go. I'm gonna short right there. And my stop is gonna be on that high. Still a great R&R.
That clears you of that like 5-minute fair value gap, right?
It does, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right on it. Right on.
Okay, cool.
Right on candle.
And you got the 730 protecting you, so
Yeah, I want that stop location. And it looks kind of heavy, you know what I mean? And so I'm expecting to get this. to reject and come down, but we'll see. Clean this up a little bit. We keep bouncing off this 3 minute. It is probably weakening it, but we'll see if we come up to this high. I will definitely put in one more. That'll add like $20 of risk up here. You know, that'll be definitely worth the R&R. We do have still like
Well, let's look at it from a
28.
bullish standpoint. Like, pull the 5 minute up and kind of look
We don't
left
have any.
look left a little bit just to see. I mean, we cleared the gap. That's really the only liquidity that we've swept is kind of that gap.
Yeah. We do have the London high, so that is a loose end we need to keep in.
Yeah, for
in
sure.
mind.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to look at it from a bullish standpoint to see, you know, what's in the way, what's not in the way.
Yeah. I like that we had some bounces off the 730 on the smaller time frame, you know?
Yeah, for
And then we
sure.
went short, and then we left the London low alone on ES. I like that. We certainly haven't got that gap on ES either. You know? Yeah, we haven't even made it into that fair value gap. We just barely tapped it. So let's see. ES is actually pumping up. Taking this 1 minute. 3 as well. Oops. There we go. Yeah, this little V is, you know, this little inversion is concerning, but we didn't have any fair value gaps, right? And then we're stalling out. What do you think for the bullish case, Chichako? It's not much to say aside from inverting those 1 minute, that 1 minute and that 3 minute down here. We did kind of blow through that very slowly. And I had a 1 minute over here that we went through. We'd already grabbed that, so it was weak already. So I think this is my only concern was.
It helps if I
3 minute that
unmute, then you can hear me.
Oh yeah, that's always.
Yeah, I
that's
don't know. I
always
wouldn't
good.
take a long here, for sure.
Definitely
So
not.
I think you're better off in a short. I just think it's it's a no news Monday, so it's a little more unpredictable price action, but
Yeah.
it does look heavy to me, you know, and I do think we are going lower, but when, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to try and sweep the highs to move lower or if we're going to just fall.
Yeah. I like we bounced off these highs too. It's great. Here's London low.
Did you see that grab on ES?
I saw that grab.
Quick too. Went boom.
Yeah, went through that gap and we're rejecting off of it. Let's see if we reject off of it on ES over here, or if we move higher. We're above the 730 on ES. Just something to note. We're way below, significantly below, not way below, but we're significantly further down. I mean, look on the 1 minute chart, so way is a little bit of an exaggeration, but we're significantly lower than the 730 over here on NQ at least. So that is something to note. We're above the 730. We did displace through it on ES. Interesting.
We're going back up on ES.
We are. It is pushing.
Hopefully we grab the highs on.
Honestly, not a bad day to scalp. If I took that 25, it seems to be really just swinging both directions consistently. Wow, look at this pump out on ES, guys.
Mhm.
Rethinking my life right now. No, I'm just joking. This is just one. This is just the second small trade here to get a kind of a feel for the market. So we're in good shape. I'm gonna take this high. See how it reacts at these equal highs. See all these candle bodies. This is kind of what I'm shooting for, though. I really hope it comes out and rejects off this top of this 3-minute fair value gap. It looks like we're pumping to London high on ES just about. Oh, here we go.
We just tapped into a lot of liquidity from around 9:30, 9:33.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. It's a good sign. See, we took that high now, right? On NQ. We didn't take this. We didn't quite get to these equal highs on ES, but we tapped. We got close, right? That it's like that's really close. I feel like ES could come grab a little bit more, but it is. I mean, we do have looking at this order flow all by itself. My short would look silly with this information only. But we're still in this 3, and it still looks heavy to me, honestly. It really does. This is a 1-minute fair value gap. Let's see how it treats this, huh? Get rid of this big one. Here's a 1-minute. We're sitting on it. See if we form this 3-minute on ES. Watching order flow carefully. It's bouncing off of it.
Mhm.
All right, so we've got our 3-minute fair value gap, bullish fair value gap over here on ES. So we got a little bit of a shift in order flow here.
Is it because we're gonna drop 7:30 then?
Mm-hmm. Very well may. It's a risk on the high, 148. That is totally still cool. So I could move to there and average down if I convicted this is just 50%. Right here, we're back. Retrace past 50%. We're now in premium, right, of this downward move. So this would actually be a good place to short. If we get some sort of a good model here. Looking at this 3-minute, seem to be really struggling to make it up there. I like that displacement. We just inverted that gap. I'm going to go in one more.
Yeah, we were a couple ticks short of tapping the ES equal highs
Yeah.
before we moved down.
See how we just inverted this gap? I don't know if we're going to get, it looked like we were going to get displacement all the way down on the 3. If we do, then yeah. Okay, good.
Mhm.
Excellent. Excellent, guys. About as good as we're going to do on a Monday. Let's push down. That's great R&R still. A little bit over a 1 to 3. Of course, it's reversing already. That's hilarious. Thank you. Thank you, Monday.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Mondays can be
I'm
tough.
half a month. You know what? Maybe I'll just scalp the rest of the day on the circuit. Right? Let's just all start scalping. We would have made plenty of money by now. Would have been like $250 in the green if I started closing my trades in profit and like entering them again.
That's the way to do it.
I'm rethinking my strategy for today. It's really not a bad idea to, right? I think as we get better, you do want to stick to your plan for a long time, and then as you feel out the volatility, like today is definitely a profits early day, for sure. And so I've got to figure out how early is early, right? Based on what I'm observing. We're coming up on the macro, and we just got a reversal out of premium back into discount, guys. I really, really do like this. Let's take a
Mhm.
look at that again. Yeah,
So
see
are we
that?
live? Are we live then, or are we not?
Are we still live,
Oh yeah.
Chichaco?
Yeah, we're still live.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you have any wisdom to share with the world, go for it. It'll be fun. This is great because this is what we do. This is what we try to do like all week long. We just hop on in the morning and all collaborate and really look at where our draws on liquidity are. We try to find good order flow. We find good risk to reward, good stop locations, and we try to enter quality trades and be patient and diligent, and let our trades run and try to be profitable in the markets and learn from each other. It's a good time.
We're coming down to an order block at 2570.
Okay.
And
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
if we continue lower, we're going to be in a market maker sell model.
Let's go. Let's go.
If it'll continue, right now we're in a market maker sell model on the 1 minute anyway.
Excellent, guys.
Mm-hmm. You're in profits now, right?
It's the second time I've been in $100 profit, so I don't know if I should just. I'm just gonna let it run. Because one of these times, and that's the thing, right? It's totally fine to be stopped out a few times as long as you're sticking to your plan and you're sticking to your R&R. Let's see, because ultimately you get some good trades, and then those ones, just one of them will make up for multiple losses. Here we go, reversing again. Way to go, Monday. Got a little retracement. Rejection off the 730 here on ES. Ooh. And just like that. It's reversed. That's hilarious. Yeah, I think yeah, it's not reversed the whole move, but it's just funny. We had such good displacement,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like popping back up.
Yeah.
Thought that was hilarious. Orders. What was my other entry? 2590 and 591. Oh well, I basically sold in the same place. That's all right.
I think we got a little Judas swing there.
I think so too. Yeah. Just trying to make everybody feel uncomfortable.
on a 5 minute, we're still. If we disrespect that, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did it.
Still looks heavy, guys. Still looks heavy. I would love to see it come down and make another low. At the very least.
Mhm.
I'd like to see it just sell off to my profit target, but we'll see if that happens. It'd be great. And this is a no news Monday. It's like trading in the middle of the night. Just see all this liquidity, all these wicks. But we do have drawn liquidity, so wow, we're inverting that. Do we have a 3-minute? No. How's a 5-minute look? Yeah, just a bunch of order blocks. The 1 minute will psych you out. Let's check out the 15. Still looks good on the 15, to be honest.
Yeah. Sorry, just doing crazy.
Yeah, I like it. Displacement down on ES. We're nearing the macro. We got 10 minutes to go. We have a 1 minute fair value gap here. No 3-minute fair value gap to stand behind. So I guess I'm gonna stand behind this one. Nowhere else I can go. All right, we're pumping to the top, pumping to the 3-minute a little bit. Quick to the top. Look at this little liquidity. That's just a big 5-minute candle. Big 15. Wow, what a grab on the 15. That's crazy. Threatening to 15-minute going bullish, but we'll see. See if we invert this gap fully the other way. What was my risk up here on the high? 302. We're going to get rid of it before then. Kind of looks like bullish order flow, guys. We have some 1-minute fair value gaps being formed. See right here. We'll see if this prints. I mean, that's technically one, but it's really tiny between this candle, and it's made up with a red, so it's kind of weak and small. As a bearish candle has started out. Nothing too conclusive. Let's see if we take this high, make a higher high.
The only bullish stance I have really is that we did sweep, Asia and London,
We did
and
on a
let me see.
we swept Asia on ES, right?
It's just
Yeah, we
not.
did.
It's just not clear. I mean, we could very easily hit like London high.
Yeah, so this is the one thing I'm concerned about as well. I see these this wedge pattern. Oh, let me get rid of that. Not that we're not really pattern traders, but I used to use these in stocks a lot. And as soon as when we start to form higher lows and lower highs, see this?
Mm-hmm.
We're about to do some kind of a breakout. Ooh, look
Well,
at that.
yeah, it's because that's where the liquidity is building up, where all the orders
Yeah.
are, and everybody's stop losses and stuff.
Yeah.
Breakout traders will, take the longs. People's shorts will be sitting there, so you have stop losses. So it's a build of liquidity.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We rejected off 3. Let's see if we get some displacement.
We closed the 15-minute. We should see. See it. Oh, look.
We got. All right. How's the internet doing over there? Live stream still running pretty good?
Let me see. I'll check the stream health and take a look. Let's see. Stream health is excellent now. Okay, good. Yeah, that was
That's
strange.
great.
Usually I have a little bit of like lag, because it is satellite, Starlink, but that's usually around 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. There's a little extra lag. But usually during the day, it's like 180, 200 megs a second. It's usually plenty fast, but it's all good.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just balancing a bunch of other stuff this morning as well. Another reason why I didn't trade. First stream,
Yeah.
no
First
trading.
stream.
Yep. Exactly.
Stuff going on. Oh, we'll see if it closes that gap. Seems like it's really struggling. We made a lower high on ES and a higher high on NQ. That's a bearish SMT. Like it. I like it. We'll see if this forms a high. Actually, it hasn't really finished yet, but we're way above that 3-minute on ES. All right. Well,
Still have a 15 minute.
looks like we have displacement up, guys. Want to lead that wick just a little bit. Sometimes it'll come grab, just into this wick a little bit and then reject back down. Now, yeah, having the opposite sort of viewpoint here. Let's say we were making a case for a bullish trade. We did grab the lows, time-based lows. We generated a 3-minute fair value gap. This is our first one on NQ. We're taking this 3-minute. We seem to be pushing into it, and we rejected off of this once. So definitely bullish order flow over here, right? But it does still feel heavy to me just by looking at it. And let's see if we can get a lower high over here. That'll be really nice confirmation for me. Continue holding. So I see some bullish, some bearish movement here. We're starting the macro here in about 4 minutes. I'd like an opportunity to add one more contract if I can.
Yeah.
That way I can bleed off 2 and leave a runner. Because if
Maybe.
at one, just leaving just 3 contracts is really the perfect number for managing risk really well on these accounts where you have such $2,000 of drawdown. You know, it's 3 contracts is perfect because you're able to take a decent profit to get you some good profit for the day. And yeah, I like this displacement, guys. And I like the SMT. I don't know if you can see that. We made a higher high on NQ and a lower high potentially on ES. We'll see how this plays out. But so far it looks like an SMT. Coming back up. Again, this candle hasn't printed, so we're not certain of that yet, but
I was actually thinking,
we'll
when you were
confirm.
saying you wanted to add, if we start to put in, bearish order flow and we get like a nice fair value gap with a retracement into it and then a rejection, that might be a good time.
Yeah.
If we get
I don't
that.
want to add.
I mean, it looks like it's closing this fair value gap.
It does.
So
This one right here. Yeah, there's actually that's a rejection off of 1 minute right there, isn't it?
yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, yeah, no, that is a rejection right there. Yep. And
I
honestly,
would like to be
the
negative when I
the teachings say the fair value gap, the size of the fair value gap does not matter. Now, I don't know how true that is, to be honest, but that's what they say. That's what some people say. How about I say that?
right? So again, in the case for our bullish trade here, right? Some people might be targeting a bullish trade, and I could understand why. We're in a 3 minute fair value gap. We've grabbed through it, and now
Yeah.
we're bouncing off the bottom, right? And we're in bullish order flow, and we've taken a time-based low. So yeah, I mean and we have an open end. We got London high up here. No one's touched. It hasn't been touched, right?
Yep.
So I'm prepared to flip my bias pretty quickly, depending on what I see happen here.
Yeah, that was one of my turning points in my trading. Like I didn't have just one single turning point, right? But being able to flip my bias, that's why I kept saying like check out bullish, just to see. And yep, learning to switch was hard to do because I wanted to be right. If I called a short, I wanted to be right in it, but eventually I told myself it's not about being right. It's about hunting down the right trade, and you do a great job of that. So
Thanks to your coaching, man. It's been a huge blessing. Like, yeah, I mean, I really had trouble with that as well. I really thought I needed to be like, well, what's our bias today? And then stick with it the whole day. And it's like, so you don't want to be flip-floppy for no reason, right? You don't want to just like, oh, it's going long, let me just take a long. And it's probably going to reverse on you for a while, right? And oh, I'm going to take a short, but you want to pay attention to the draw on liquidity. You want to pay attention to order flow, right? So even though we've got bullish order flow, we do have a drawdown here, previous day low, and it does look heavy. The way that it's kind of inverted this, not really made a lot of fair value gaps.
Yep.
Really struggled. It's kind of coming to a pinnacle, made a higher high and then a lower high, and same thing here on ES. We made a little higher high there and a lower high over here. We see a lot of indication that we're just trying to trick everybody here, right? Ooh, there's some displacement. Let me get through this three.
I'm gonna make a phone
10:50.
call. I'll be back in a minute.
Sounds good. It's 10:50. All right, we've got a bearish SMT. I'm gonna go in one more contract, guys, because I feel like we're either gonna get displacement or I'm gonna get reversed on. So I'm gonna go ahead and risk it.
Yeah, I went on short on this with that bearish SMT as well.
I'm gonna move my risk down to the high, at 166, and see how it goes here. Wow, it's so wicky. 1050 macro. Let's see what happens. Definitely looks like we're gonna push lower.
All right. I hope I pressed the right number. I just need to cancel my service.
And your street address, please.
Sure. It is 95 Tesson T Lane, so it's TESSENTEE.
Okay, still having trouble. Or we're pushing higher on ES into this macro. And let's see if
Thank you
we
very
respect
much.
that fair value gap. I'm prepared to move this back up here, but that is as far as I'm going to go. 230 is my max risk. Probably I might just take the 161 loss, to be honest. If I see it starting to pump through this macro, my stop location's in danger. I'll probably close it. I want to just see some displacement down at this point.
What number should I call you at, please?
321.
So most Mondays,
213,
like if no news Mondays,
8804.
it'll be really defensive price action. So we want to make sure
Oh.
that we're being cautious on these particular days. We do have draws on liquidity, but we have, just to summarize, we still have an open end. There's a lot of liquidity here. There's a lot down here, and we're kind of in the middle. So we are hoping to see some price movement through this macro. It's messing with my SMT, guys. Let's see. We made a higher high. We're gonna make another higher high. If so, we've got bullish order flow and no SMT.
Yeah, our previous SMT has been invalidated.
Yep, it has. All right, well, there we go. That was kind of the one deciding factor of me feeling super good about this. But because again, right, we need to keep in mind it doesn't matter if we're right. It's not about being right. We got bullish order flow. It really looks like it's slowing down to me. It looks like we had a nice liquidity sweep to fake everybody out. So I'm still short. But I'm keeping in the back of my mind there's a kind of an open possibility that we're running to London high, right? I mean, ES certainly seems to be reaching for it. NQ has yet to even pass the 730. And we see this massive difference between these assets on days that the liquidity is a little bit low. So we'll see if this macro carries us into some profits. And it's 10:55, so we're looking to either sell off between now and 11:10. So hopefully in the next 15 minutes we'll get some price movement here. There it is. Liquidity's picking up a little bit.
Down on both ends, really, yes.
Mm-hmm.
No. Good. Ah, big wick.
Maybe just another wick. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this playing out. We'll see how it behaves at this low if it comes down. Patience, patience.
Sorry, I was away. I'm back now.
Cool, welcome back. It's still, I mean, we got some bullish order flow, but it still is kind of heavy. And we're entering that 1050 macro. We've grabbed liquidity. We did respect this bearish fair value gap and went into discount, and now went into premium and we're back in discount. All good things. And it really, see this model slow down really intensely after sweeping and make some highs. We do kind of have our S&T still, don't we, guys? Right? Yeah, let's look on the 5. Yeah, we still have it, right? Yeah, we do. That's great. We made a higher high over here, and we have a lower high over here. We still have our SMT. That's great.
Yep, exactly.
I feel much better about this. Let's come down to the one. It's Monday. Low liquidity days like this will mess with your emotions. So you gotta just hold way longer than you think you ought to and be a lot less reactive. Because the market's pulling you to be reactive. See all these wicks and just all this really heavy consolidation, lots of sweeps. Just it's trying to make you kind of, get out of that trade so that you're not gonna make any profits. It really is. And that's the goal here of this sort of price action. So definitely like keep that in mind. Like don't be the liquidity pool that's just reacting, right? Be the trader that's gonna ride the smart money today. Granted, I think we do have some smart money moving the market. I see some movement through the macros actually a little bit. So that's encouraging.
Are you taking any trade, Igor?
I'm taking
I
a
mean,
short right now. Yeah. Entry at 25.91, and we have we have a bearish SMT in our 3-minute fair value gap here on ES, a bearish fair value gap below the 730, and we retraced into premium, right? And then sold back off into discount, rejecting off this 3-minute bearish fair value gap and forming a bearish SMT. We pumped up high on ES and have yet to take the London low, and we have previous day liquidity down here. Everything looks good for a short. We have a couple issues, 2 particular issues with our short that we're keeping in mind. Is we have a little bit of bullish order flow, and we'll see how it behaves on this low right here actually. And then we'd have again this London high. Do not forget about this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of liquidity up here on this London high, guys.
Yes,
There's a lot
exactly.
draws price, so we want to be smart. We're not just gonna say, "Oh, I'm right, it's going short." We have 2 problems. We have a lot more going for us than we have problems, and that's why I'm taking. And this is why we got to think through every aspect of this trade that we can observe, right? Let's see how it behaves on this low. See, I don't like this bounce. Let's see if we can get a push.
We're pushing.
Ah, yes.
mhm.
Push through
Oh,
that equal
yeah.
low.
Let's go, guys.
Now that's what you call a displacement.
That's displacement. That's what we're talking about. All right, London low right here. ES is gonna push to London low. I'm gonna look at behavior over here
Yeah.
on this one.
I
gonna
would
come
be
to the
watching the SMTs as well. If we start to develop one, I would consider popping off a contract or so. But so far it looks good. Southpaw, on a side note, are you able to come over in a little while and
Sure.
help me move my desk just a little bit?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
the monster desk.
Thank you. I know, right? Dude, this thing is like, I got 2 6x6s stacked under the legs, so that way it's standing desk. And it's made out of a bunch of junky heavy wood. Right, Southpaw?
Good.
Junky wood that you
solid
hand polished and put together all nicely and wonderful.
It looks good.
It looks
I remember seeing the-
fantastic. Yeah, it does. I'm very, very happy. And it's bigger than most people's kitchen tables, and I use it all. I got 5 screens on this thing and a full setup and multiple computers, and I'm a geek, man. I'm a geek for sure.
Cool.
All right, so we're bouncing off this low a little bit on ES. So let's keep watching. Push through this low. I would like to see a lower low, guys. I would really like to see that.
What was your risk on this trade? 161. Okay.
For 789. Pretty good R&R.
That's pretty good. You know
1 to
me,
5.
I would shave a few on the way there, but you
yeah.
are better at holding trades. So don't let me get in the way of that. Because if that's
Yeah,
your superpower, that's going to be your superpower, bro. You
I
know?
plan to shave on the low unless we get displacement through
Mhm.
here. So actually, I'm going to
Juli,
buy
izvolite. I to, gospodin
one
Murat, je li tako?
right.
What was that, Igor?
Buy one. There we go. Oh, guys, there it is. All right. Excellent R&R.
Broj mislite.
Here's our 3-minute fair value gap. I am going to adjust down here for $48 risk the rest of the trade. I'm in 200 profit and I got 500 is my
Da,
profit.
evo ja vidim, vi ste, tu bi trebala kolegica Sandra da se čuje sa vama. Ona trenutno ne radi, a vi imate, znači, imate drugu firmu koja se nalazi na Kosovu, tako?
Your mic's still on, Igor. Just throwing that out there. Uh-oh, here we go. We're reversing a little bit. Let's keep an eye on this. Probably just a healthy retracement.
All right. I got you guys coming through my speakers and my microphones here. But just tell me if you get any feedback, I'll put it back in my headset.
Okay, sounds good.
But you may not. I don't think you will. But just in case.
Samo da vidim ja.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll let you know. All right, we got this 1 minute. Let's see how it behaves.
Samo da vidim.
I just grabbed the low, and now we're doing a little retracement, slowing up.
Dude, this is so like I mean you talked about me coaching you earlier, but it's like taking somebody. Okay, here's the best example is when I used to teach surfing. I had a professional gymnast take surf lessons. And literally I said, this is a surfboard. This is how you paddle in. There's a wave. And she paddled in and stood up. And that's what I feel like I did with you. Like I was like, look, ICT, trade, time-based liquidity, fair value gap. And then you just took off and got an account funded. And now you're in an express funded account about ready to make a payout. It's awesome.
Just for a second, Igor. All right.
I can mute him, and then he can unmute himself.
Oh, good. Yeah, do that.
I think he can unmute himself.
Hopefully.
Igor, if you can't unmute yourself, you hit me in the chat.
Of course he can, but he forgot.
Okay.
Good, good. All right, that's a healthy retracement, guys. We are below are we still where's my risk was actually up here. I'm gonna be my original risk was up here, so let's see. I'm still in before halfway, so but I don't know if we're coming all the way down to that low. We could just come to this first one. I'm right at 50% of my move here.
Hmm.
So we made a lower, let's see this, pretty much even. We just bounced off that same level again.
Yeah, sometimes they like to preserve lows and then they come up and they sweep local liquidity and then they run back down and get the liquidity they were originally chasing. Doesn't mean it'll happen. But I see we're in a fair value gap now, so paying attention to how we react from here is going to be very telling.
Yeah, or watch this.
Yeah, which I know you were keeping an eye on already. Let's see how this happens, how this goes. Hopefully it just dumps. Of course, you know, I want to be bearish now because you're in a short, but
Yeah.
I'm just cheerleader today.
Yeah, this macro is almost over. We got 3 more minutes. I'm really hoping for a run to the London low over here and a push to previous day low over here. We're consolidating on this gap, fair value gap. Let's see. Let's go. I'll be right back. Quick break.
Same here. We need some elevator music or something.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, maybe we do some music here.
Just make sure it's copyright free for sure. We'll get hit. Been
Oh, yeah,
there,
that's true.
been there, done that.
If you don't see it, who would ever know, right?
No, they know because an algorithm hunts.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes,
Jazz
sir.
though?
Oh, dude, yeah. If I
I
were to
like
drop a
jazz.
beat that was popular in somebody's song, oh yeah, yeah, it would.
Oh,
Oh, I've been hit several times, man. This isn't my first rodeo.
I'll do jazz though because jazz doesn't have a
Just do copyright free jazz and then play that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, check out the chat. I dropped in the table I built that Jaron's using. Except he's got it lifted up about a foot.
There we go. Something nice and calm here.
Man, we need some like Viking music, man. Like, you know, drum beaten, war sounding Viking music.
Viking jazz.
No, just yeah, Viking jazz.
Is that a genre?
It's a new genre.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. Is that volume good for y'all?
So where can I post the chat message? I can maybe share some links. So YouTube itself has a list of music which is copyright free and they will not. So they also have a repository. I mean list of a big database of music which
Yeah.
is free to use in their YouTube videos. So they encourage their creators to use that as a background, soundtracks.
Oh, here you go. Viking jazz, also known as Nordic folk music.
It's
a
real.
thing. It's a
It's a
thing.
thing. You should play it. Play it. Let's see. See if you can find one.
Yeah, there is here. Papa Blue, Viking jazz, and
It's so hilarious. It is a thing. All of us doubted you.
That's just my Nordic blood speaking.
That's hilarious. Or pumping into the fair value gap over here.
You don't want to hear it. Never mind, you don't want to hear it. It's not what you think.
That's not what you think.
No, that was like, music up to the crescendo of them cutting a goat's throat or something. It's not.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we're getting back to a little retracement here, but
Digress. Let's let's bounce off this fair value gap and see if we can't come down to the lows. We're pumping out of it on ES. So wiki today. Let's see. I don't know if I like this price movement. Wow, we're reversing that. Pumping way up on ES.
But it looks like we're grabbing a 5-minute. Yes.
Oh, is there a gap up there on ES? Oh, there is. How about on NQ? Are we in danger of the same situation? We certainly are.
Yeah.
Right
Well, no,
here.
we grabbed on NQ the same.
Oh yeah.
Check.
We're in a 1 minute on NQ. The five's all the way up here. Yeah. See, ES took the one. We haven't taken on NQ.
Here, zoom out real quick. Why is it filming? I'm on the 5-minute. It looks like, look, I'm on the 5-minute, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you grab, there's a little fair value gap right here.
All right, we're coming back down. No, we're not. Love that market today. Keeping you on the edge of your seat.
Showing that on you. Showing the one.
This is where taking profits too early gets you in trouble, though, as well. Like,
All right, I think I messed with
let
the
this
volume
run-
when I switched to the speakers, so I've switched back.
Yeah. It's important to let stuff run. It is. It really is.
5-minute.
5 minute. Back out to the 5. Here's our little tiny 5.
That's a fair value gap right there. Boom.
Oh, that
You just
it's
have that-
inside the 1. I got you.
Yeah. Grab.
Okay. All right. Maybe that's just a grab. I'm happy with that. Come back down. The bearish order flow continues. So yeah, I mean, I would be happy on a no news Monday if it broke even. Take some stop outs, take some wins. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna take what the market gives us and be smart about it. On we go. Into it here on ES. Just keep that in mind. We're above that 1 minute. We are hovering inside of it over here. On NQ, pumping above.
Come on. Rejecting.
Looks like a nice, healthy little retracement on the 5 minute, right? Wicks through that fair value gap.
Yeah.
Very happy about
it
that.
just
And
looks
the
kind of like a
15
range bound day. I'm kind of hoping it breaks out of or breaks down from the range.
See, our 15 minute looks like we made these double bottoms, just whipped way down and came back up. We could easily be here. I'm going to definitely bleed off a contract here. Let's go. I mean, I could take my 200 for the day and run. I technically could when it comes down. Oh, see, these are the thoughts that go through your head. You're like, should I hold to my profit? But the thing is, you need to hold to your profit target because if it's a good target, obviously, don't hold to a dumb, like a target that doesn't make sense, right? Now, if I see this placement IES, we're hoping to come down to London low. We're up extra high now, and hoping to come down here to the previous day low. And this will ensure that the next day I take a stop and I just need to walk away in a loss, that I am in good shape and my funded account will continue to grow.
Let's go. That's all it's about.
Yep.
Low, steady growth.
Yep, exactly.
Yep, protect that capital.
Equal bottoms. Still looks like a bearish. Bearish market maker model still. Consolidate down. Consolidation didn't take the high. Down. Consolidation didn't take the high. Looking for one more, guys.
One more.
I'm looking for one more.
On the way. It's taking its sweet little time.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like I'm getting some good feedback on bitrate stuff here. For the stream next time, I can make it a little smoother.
Excellent. That is great.
Yeah.
Super glad to hear.
Already.
Low liquidity Mondays. Very apprehensive to do anything interesting.
The full trades.
And we're coming up on lunch. Hoorah.
Hey, that 1150 macro could be pretty powerful on low days, though. They figure everybody's gone, and then it just goes where it's supposed to go.
That is very true.
Seen a lot of like the later macros be more powerful on the lower liquidity days.
It's very true.
Looking at our like our what is it one? Excellent, guys. So happy. Was it 110 to 140, right? And then 230 to 3, right? Those are really powerful this past Friday.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It looks like we don't know what we're doing.
All right, I'm gonna grab some music now. Let's see. What can we find? Some lo-fi beats. A little more chill than I was thinking, but it's gonna. There we go. The beat's dropping finally. Let's focus and do what we need to do. All right, there's our. We're consolidating. Oh, we got a nice little pattern on ES. I like it. Very, very bearish in nature. Got some grabs, 2 different grabs, making it lower lows. Not that we're pattern traders again, but I like to see, you see this all the time, but very good indication that we're on our way back down. Welcome back, Igor.
Hey, hi. I have problems with my internet today.
Oh, yeah.
connection.
Everybody today, right?
It's kind of a weird day then.
Yeah. Definitely.
So I'm also in a short, and this is so uncomfortable. It takes it too much time, man.
We got it.
To develop. Mhm.
Yeah.
The stream is paused, right? The YouTube stream is paused.
Is it? I don't know. This is the dry run day. We just wanted to see if we can get to the point where we give a little sneak peek, just so people kind of know what we're up to.
It should be good.
Is it?
Should
Can
be. In theory.
Actually, you know what? I could probably try it from my. Let me try it from my Google TV.
It's live. It's live. Yeah. But when I mentioned it was paused.
Oh, it just froze for a little bit.
Igor, have you started trading again now? Are you in the trade now?
Yes. I started trading Johnny this week, and that's why maybe I was a bit impatient, and I jumped in this short, but in a bad position, and I'm a bit in a drawdown. But I'm trading, yes, from today again.
What's your entry?
My entry was on 20,534.
Okay. You got it after the displacement, so that's we should have one more on this market maker model, and it does look like we're reaching for London low. So you've got some, but I wouldn't bet on going further than London low or on ES, and then previous day low is our target, right? This is actually our target. I wouldn't bet any further than that.
No, you're right. You're right.
So, but if you can leave a runner, that'd be great if we end up selling off really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What
I had to
about
get
you, Johnny? Are you droning also in a short or are you not?
Yeah, I took several trades since the market opened, and yeah, all the micro Nasdaq short trades were green and good.
Good.
Yeah.
Always
But I'm
good.
not. But I'm not telling the bad news.
Right.
So on the other hand, I think couple of ES lots got uh, negative.
Okay. Cool.
I'm
Cool.
I'm net negative right now. But so what I've decided, I usually will trade mini in S&P and micro in Nasdaq. Is what I do. So
Okay. Cool.
S&P. Anyway, we'll see at the end of the day.
Yeah. I think this is a solid short. I mean, we do have two negatives. But we did kind of reverse the order flow. So really just one negative that we have not taken London high, right? That's our only kind of wild card that we have left up there. So other than that, I'm pretty happy about this short, and we're gonna end up holding a little long. But I'm pretty confident that it will eventually play out. You know, whether it comes up and tries to get us again remains to be seen. This was quite a retracement into discount, you know, and because we've already done that, I could see a retracement into discount on this leg. Oops, that is not what I intended to do. Get rid of that. Which we're close to it. We've been rejecting off this fair value gap, which is also excellent, and we've been consolidating, and it still looks really heavy. So, and we're at we need one more leg of our bearish market maker model to complete it as well. So, all good things. All good things, guys. We just need to be patient and hold our trade. It's very important, right? If we can make a good profit on one trade, it'll cover like so many losses, and then we're gonna move up from there because we're gonna have that good habit of holding to quality profit targets and managing R&R well. I mean, if you just hold to quality profit targets and manage your R&R well, you don't need to know that much, honestly. Like there's I really don't think there's much we need to know, right? It's quality profit targets and, you know, of course, like decent entries as good as you can and good R&R. But really good R&R and quality profit targets will probably get you, I will get you there eventually, you know. And then you just add knowledge to further sway the market in your favor, further sway probability in your favor. Here we go. We've got bearish order flow. And we're consolidating 20 minutes till the next macro. So grab some coffee or food or we may be here a little while, guys. Should be fun. Yeah, I've got the live stream up on my big Google TV. It seems to be working pretty well. There's a little delay, but it looks good. That's my cursor, right? See, I move it. Yeah, there's a 30-second delay. That's good, though. I'm honestly,
Yeah, that's about right. I mean, you can put it on lower latency, but yeah, that's normal.
Put the URL for YouTube in the chat if you don't mind. I'll test it out too.
yeah, and I think high latency is fine on, I mean, we're live streaming it's not, they're not part of the community, so they're not like sitting here. You know, if you're part of the community, obviously you're going to be sitting here live with us, right, on Discord, and the trades are going to be like, this is what I'll say up. You know, we'll be taking trades instantly, right? Versus there's going to be a slight delay with the YouTube live stream. That's just the way it is, and that certainly impacts trading. So, you know, for actually trading, you want to be on the call for sure. Let's get this sell off.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go. We're tapping that low again. See if we get a greater push. Oh man, if we start getting it now, that'd be just wonderful. All right, so
Nice.
ES almost to London low, guys. Keep this in your sights.
Yep.
We did. We were pushing down. We're gonna push to London low on ES. That's the goal here. That's its target. It's so defensive. It's like, I'm coming down, but not right now. Yeah, you are. Here we go. All right. Will I take my 200 for the day? I might, guys. Let's see. We're still pushing. We haven't taken it yet. Let's go. All right, reverse a little bit.
Well, I'm done for the day. Thank you, Dan.
Good. Glad to hear.
956. I'll take it every other day of the week. Every other day of the week.
Nice, man. How many contracts were you in?
What's that?
How many contracts were you in?
Oh, I was in 4 at one point, but I traded pre-market. I was up 600 in pre-market.
Cool. That's awesome.
You know, when you're an insomniac like me, you get up there early.
Cool.
So
All
about
right.
300 and change after the open.
Yeah.
Trading micros. I'm very happy, man.
Nice. That is great. All right, we've taken the low over here on ES. We're approaching London low. Honestly, with the market maker model, I'm expecting some displacement through this London low, but we will see.
Yeah, we still got room for downside.
It looks like it's gearing up to go, but if this does bounce, come on. The macro is still coming up here, so we don't want a reversal and then the macro to start B.
All right, this is called the no touchy time for me. Hands off.
Yeah, you should. If you
very hard to do.
If you took profits, you want to be out. All right, there it is. We took it on ES. We're losing momentum. I might go ahead and close. Yeah, I'm closing, guys. That's good. I wasn't sure if we're gonna push through or not. I'm gonna go ahead and close my trade. I do not see momentum. See how it just keeps bouncing off this? We could end up getting to this low, but we just grabbed London low on ES. And this is my final time-based liquidity level. I cannot guarantee that we're going any lower. I was hoping that this push would send us to here, and it did not. And because of that, I am now out. It still could go, but that does not matter. This now has shaken my confidence that we will continue. And for that reason, I'm out. You're in profits, right, Igor? Hopefully he's in profits. He should be. 559. Right here. It's not much, but 540, or was it 549? Somewhere in there. All right, guys. that is probably as much as I'm gonna risk today. Let's take a look at the. We're gonna wait. We're so close to the 1150 macro. If we get a reversal, we could get a really good stop location. And if it's under, if I can get like a really cheap stop location, I'm gonna go for it. I'm totally fine with not making my $200 for the day. If provided I get like if there's a really good setup, but I don't know if I'm gonna see a good setup today. Another one. Plus, man, we still have a potential that we should make another downward move. So there's a lot of ambiguity here. Thinking about time-based liquidity alone, I'm expecting a bullish pump out of here, though.
And that's how I scalp another $500. I'm out. I quit. I'm leaving.
Just makes $1,500 casually.
I'm at
Awesome.
1438. I'm done. I'm out.
Awesome. Good work,
I'm-
Southpaw. Killing it, sir.
I'm
Killing
signing
it.
off, guys. Bye.
Killing
See
it.
you tomorrow.
Sounds good. Have a great day.
See you guys later.
He was about to leave, and while closing the door and leaving, he made again 500 more.
Yeah. So he's $1,400 profitable for today. That's hilarious. He still went. He had to go in again. I think he took this long and got out. I bet you he went in like 5 or 6, maybe even more contracts. Got a long on this $500 long. It's wild.
Yeah, I took that long as well, but I settled with $65 only.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. He was taking heavy risk. I mean, with heavy risk, you do have the potential of losing just as much as you're winning, right? It's gonna happen eventually. So whatever you're comfortable with in your trade plan is, and
No,
you
but
can.
he's comfortable with heavy lots and big figures.
Yes.
And I get shaky after $50 or $100, then I can't take it. So I just press the close button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I'm trying to grow this account conservatively. Like I want everybody to be watching, right? We're doing this live, and this is a hard thing to do, to get funded and to then get a funded account and keep it, right? So I'm trying to
Yeah.
manage risk to reward really well. I need to be able to lose 10 times in a row and still keep my account. So I really don't want to be risking more than an average of $200, over 10 trades, right? And that is incredibly important to keep in mind, because even with the best entries, having time-based liquidity, wonderful, all these principles that help us make the best judgment, we're only swaying probability in our favor, and we should get stopped out a few times. It must happen. If we're entering the trades that we should be entering, we will get stopped out. And the probability says we could. Generally, if you run it in a little calculator, you'll see sometimes you get 5, 6, 7, 8 times in a row. You're right. It could happen. And so you want to put yourself in a position where if that happens, will you lose the account? If the answer is yes, then you need a better R&R plan, right? You need to risk less and you need to shoot for more reward. And both of those need to be based on what the market structure is telling you, not based upon what you want, right? And I think this is something that I'm growing to learn more and more. We'll see if we get our sell off here, guys. It'd be very interesting to see. But I do think we're going to hover for a while. 9 minutes till our till our macro starts. Let's just watch it through this macro to see what happens. I'm not antsy to enter anything. The best case we'll just learn something. We'll watch the market and see what we can gather. However, for whoever's still in a short, my hope is that it continues. Yes. Goddess is still in a short. Good. Oh, I looked over expecting to see 50 contracts. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
She's in one micro left.
Confidence in trading.
Yeah.
So it's like I've only been doing 1 to 3.
Yeah. And I was gonna leave a runner, but once I didn't see, I wanted to see displacement here at least past this low when ES ran to London low, and that's the reason I changed. So this is what we this is we want to manage our trades like in a really quality way, and that does require we think on our feet, right? But not to the degree that we're swayed by emotion or fear or desire to get more or to avoid loss, but just to look at the market structure and say, hey, I wanted to see displacement past this low when ES ran to get London low. And did I see that? No, I did not. And for that reason, I exited and took all of my profits. And I did not leave a runner in this case because my plan for this trade did not occur structurally. It had nothing to do with the amount, right? It just didn't occur. And so I went ahead and closed here because I wanted to see displacement to here when we grabbed London low here on ES. So, and now that all time-based liquidity is taken out down here, and over here on NQ and ES, the only target we have is here London high. This is really where most of the liquidity is at. And we are in discount, right? In markets, as we know, we move from internal liquidity, right, to external liquidity, back to internal liquidity, to external liquidity, right? And back or internal liquidity. So I did. What a wick, right? Did you see that, guys? Very cool. You get out with some profits.
I had an entry.
Well, you're at 52,250?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Goddess is almost funded. That's awesome. That is great. 750 to go.
Great.
I didn't
That's
even know,
great.
like, I knew you were close, but for some reason my brain didn't like. I looked over and it just looks way closer now that you're 200 up today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's almost funded, and you got funded. So the first time she got funded, guys, like we're just started. She's never day traded, never played in any markets ever, right? For anything, right? And Bitcoin, we did a little Bitcoin, right? We were trading like the midnight movements on Bitcoin because it seemed to be a little more on the weekends, especially. It's a little more stable. So we did that, and then we went over some ICT. Like she learned fair value gaps, and then I was just giving her we were just looking at levels, right? And then trading with we try to only trade days that the bias was really strong because we are still figuring it out. And she just went in and held. Day 1 made 1,500. Day 2 made 1,500. Funded. 2 days, right? Of course, with that holding so long and going in so heavy, the account was lost, not too long after. But it does teach you something that, like, if you plan to kind of use your resets in your favor, you could get funded pretty quickly if you take quality trades, from time-based liquidity to time-based liquidity. Look for a good entry model and hold your trade, and just let it go. You can get funded pretty fast if you actually do that. You just have to carry through that plan and don't even care about the amount of the money that's on the chart, right? Just look for your target and take appropriate risk for however many trades you're hoping you can take without losing the account and still end up getting funded, right? If that makes sense. But it was pretty cool. She got it funded in 2 days, and we lost it not too long after. But that's a couple weeks. Yeah, she actually sat in a drawdown close to like almost $100 away for like 2 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're micro scalping just to try to save it. And what I found out about saving accounts is you really just kind of want to go in with your same plan. And of course, you're going to have to mitigate risk a little bit if you're close to your drawdown, but you want to do the max that you can and stick with your same plan, because one of your trades will run And when it does, it might bring you right back, right? You could easily make $1,000 trade. Like today with those 3 contracts, I was targeting at like $800, right? And we didn't get there. So I'm out for 200, and that's fine. Because we did grab the time-based liquidity and we didn't get as much as a push over here, and that is totally fine. But
Hello.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
business call. I'm just joking.
Recharge तो कर ही रहते थे ना.
Mine was ringing earlier too. All right, we're going up. Yes, here we go.
पण गाडी आहे का रिपेअरिंग लागली?
Still going up. Let's see.
हा मी
Wow.
बघतो सांग. नाही मग मला शोधावे लागतील पहिले फोन.
Here we go, guys. Macro starts in 2 minutes. I'm getting off after the macro. So like just like 20 minutes, the 20 more minutes and we're going to be done for the day. Definitely just trying to grow this conservatively. So this is great. Cool. Switching the music selection here.
Yeah, it's very lullaby.
It is.
11:50.
All right. Are we selling off or what are we doing? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I mean, we grab London low. So honestly, at this point, it would make sense that we go for London high. 1150. Looking for displacement. Probably be later in the macro. Be right back. All right, let's see. Looks like we're slowing up a lot. Not too much excitement today. All right. Mm-hmm.
So. Retrace that. To be honest.
Everything still looks pretty good. We'll see. We no longer have time-based liquidity on our side, so it's our most powerful tool. That's better. I like this. This music's better for trading. I don't even see any fair value gaps on the 1 minute. Nothing local, at least. Who knows? It still looks heavy, though. Looks like it's reaching, right?
Right.
Igor, you're at 559, right? I think you said, right? 20,559.
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now. It was just breaking up there for a second.
Okay. Yes, I'm still in a short, but I'm thinking what to do now, what to do next.
Yes. So we did take time-based liquidity, right? And it didn't pull NQ down when ES ran for it, right? And that was my hope, right? That I was talking earlier. My hope was that from here, when we pulled down to London low, NQ would pull down to previous day low. And we didn't do that. But we still are in, and we left our time-based liquidity up here is the only time-based level we have left. There's a ton of liquidity here. There is a lot here. This is right, Friday, like you were saying. So we still have a draw potentially, and let's see if we run in this macro. Hope for your sake we run really heavy. Let's go.
Just not the house alone.
Still looks kind of heavy. Let's see. Still no fair value gaps down.
Yeah, we're just playing around at these levels, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh well. Nice day though, man, for like for, a harder day of trading. You ended up positive, you managed your trades well. I think it was a good
Yeah.
move.
Yeah, I think it was a good day overall for sure. It was great. Like that little trade in the beginning of the day helped with my drawdown too. It's all good things. And I think conservatively growing this, right? I don't really want to risk that terribly. I want to risk just enough, but not too much.
Exactly.
This is good. All right, we're closing that fair value gap. We got a little one on ES over here on the 1 minute.
I'm gonna move some stuff around in my office. Just text me when you're about to close the stream, like when you're done.
Okay. Yeah,
just in case I don't make it back.
I'm gonna be done at 12:10 at the end of this macro. I just want to see
okay.
what happens.
Cool. I'll be back then.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's see if this sells off. Oh, there's some displacement.
Ben, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you great.
One thing that I like, and that's why I'm keeping this short. We are bouncing off bullish 4-hour fair value gap, and it's kind of inverted now, and we are going down, but very slowly, I think. Can you see it?
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, I see that.
Mhm. And also underneath we have this weekly opening gap, and that's why also it's a bit down levels interesting for me, as you said, previous or a Friday daily low, maybe.
Yeah. Or didn't
Long
like
and
me
low.
jumping to the weekly.
And
Just
we are
glitched out.
right now. We are also now rejecting from this weekly opening price level, and I'm kind of positive that we are heading down, but the question is only when exactly.
Yes.
So
Hopefully right
the
now.
music is nice. The music is nice then. Cool.
Yeah. That's a good find. Just some
Mhm.
no copyright lo-fi. Oh. Just turn it down just a tad. Let's go. Come on. Doesn't. All right, got 10 minutes. We just hit noon. A lot of liquidity coming out probably right now. Also a good thing for our shorts. Does like to pull against orders too, though, so keep that in mind. Depending on what kind of orders are coming out, going in. Making me want to scalp a contract short. just to support you guys.
What was that? What was that?
I said it's
Huh?
Yes.
oh shoot, I'm in trouble with Chicago. He heard me. No,
No.
I didn't say anything, Chicago. I didn't.
Just kidding.
I wasn't talking about going short or anything. I'm just mind my own business over here.
That was
just joking. So fun. Oh my goodness, guys. Let's go. 9 minutes. There we go.
Look at that. Getting
Excellent.
a drop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wanted then to point out one thing from Friday. You were right. You locked some profits, but it might be some kind of danger for you because it can the market can suck you in to look the markets in PM session also, you know.
Yeah. It can. Yeah. I'm good though. I don't think I'm going to be on this afternoon. But I appreciate that. Yes, that's actually a really good thing. Like probably especially today it's been so slow. Um I need to leave it alone this afternoon. Thank you, Igor. That's
Because I'm doing it all the time, and
right.
and I must and I must and I saw also that it could happen to you now. You can see it. You cannot see it, of course, in the beginning.
Yes, it's so true. You think I might grab a little scalp with a $50 stop loss and then it reverses on you and you lose 50 and you're like, well, I could probably get one more, and then you lose 80 and then you I could probably get one
Yeah.
more, you lose 30. Then you're like, well, I lost $10 for the day now. Well, it's a slippery slope. That's why I think I'm gonna stick with if I stick with my plan, I'm okay. I think we've already taken out the time-based lows. I don't know if we're gonna go lower. It does kind of look like it, but there's no reason for me to re-enter. So yeah, thank you for the encouragement there. I will stay away. I'll be good. We have 6 minutes left in this macro. I am hoping for a sell-off for you guys. I mean, you could always hold to the 110 macro through 140, right? And of course, the 230 to 3 macro is pretty powerful too, So one with some pretty good price movement through those time frames, and it might continue a sell model. All good things depending on what you wanna do. As you can see. It's a real possibility. We came up and swept this high and then are coming back down. And this low is our like reasonable. This is our reasonable target, right? At this point. For lows. And then our next one's down here too, which is cool. It's like way down there. Yeah, even one contract would be like pretty great profits down there. More than 200 for sure.
Yeah.
So what do you need? One more day or 2 more days of 200?
One more day.
Let's go.
I think. Yeah.
Let's go. We'll have to talk about how you request, and then I'll go over just a couple of the rules. Like once you're processing a payout, like the next day you can't allow your drawdown to go beyond that. Like because basically what I'm saying is if you're
losing money when you take a payout. Right?
Exactly. If you're at $1,500 and you request 50%, that's $750, right? But the next day, if you take a trade and you lose $200, when they actually go to process your payment, you'll be less. It'll be more than 50%.
Yeah.
Mathematically, because it's like when you request the payout, they process it, and then it takes like a day to process, and then right before they send it to you, they check your account to make sure it's not more than 50% of what you have. Cool. Until you do 30 days of 200 plus, then you can pull as much as you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on I've done 3 days. I've closed 3 days in profit. So today will be my 4th day in
Yes.
profits.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah, so
Yes.
one more day of I'm just gonna treat it like every other day.
That's
Even if I
right.
end up with a loss, I'm
That's
gonna take
right.
quality trade. I'm not going in heavier, I'm not going in lighter. I'm just managing it exactly how I've been. No difference.
I'm the one who's gonna
Nothing.
get excited. You'll be all right.
I love it. It's gonna be awesome, man. I'm so excited.
Yeah, man, it'd be
We're
nice if you
close.
could pull $600-800.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe more. We'll see. I mean,
Yeah.
if that trade played out to the previous low, I would have been 800 profit today, right? And I do that. It happens. You know, I on my good
Yep.
days, I'm close to $1,000 profit usually.
Yep.
So it's good.
And then I just suggest with your first payout, I always recommend pulling half. And
Cool.
then and until they process it, don't trade. Right?
Cool.
And then
Yeah.
yeah.
The one thing I was thinking too is, right, I have a $2,000 drawdown. What if I just shot for $3,000 profit? At least not, getting a grand above the buffer. That way, when I take the money, I still have my $2,000 drawdown under me. I really like that because I can preserve the account that way, as long as I never change any trades. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, maybe because I was dealing with my psychology and some of the other people I've helped, I always just pull half right away. So that way,
Isn't that big picture
Hmm?
R&R? Yeah. Yeah, and it's right. Behaviorally, you'll tend to risk more when you have more, and then you lose more, and there it is.
Yeah,
Right now, you've lost.
exactly. And then your mind spirals because you're like, dude, I was up $2,000, and now I'm only up 800, so I need to like YOLO to make it back. And then if I just get back to where I was, then I'll pull that $1,000 I was gonna pull, but I never did. It just totally starts messing with your mind. Now, some
Yeah.
people have more mental fortitude in that area than others. I'm personally one who struggles with it. So as soon as I'm there, and I'm like, oh, I can get a payout. Even like, I had an account, I had like $1,100 in profit, which was kind of low, for a payout. But I went ahead and pulled it,
Yeah.
and then I just risked $100. I just lowered my risk to match, like the most likely I wasn't going to lose 5 in a row to knock out the $500.
Right.
And then I built it up, right? And then I pulled a little bit bigger payout once I was able to put some actual risk on the table. But you do have a strong mental fortitude, so
I'm thinking I'm going to treat it like I'm thinking my payouts are going to be our losses, right? So I want to manage my big picture R&R along with my small picture R&R, right?
yeah.
And I think it does kind of throw a wrench in your big picture R&R if you bring yourself so close to, because right, I mean, once we have $2,000, that doesn't follow us anymore, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could just request 500.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you're at like 1,800 or $2,000 or something, and you request 500 payout, it leaves you a little bit more of a buffer.
Yeah, I want enough where I'm still like 2,000 ahead essentially, right? Because right now I'm going to be up after today. My negative is going to be negative like 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, negative 800. Oh, negative 700. All right. So I'll be at negative 700 for my max loss limit. And so once I get to 2,000, I'll be at 0, right, for my max loss limit.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I can get another, just a couple, I'll do another trading week, right, and get a little bit of a buffer, and then take a payout. That way, I'm keeping my $2,000 max loss limit, because I think statistically you can still lose even at $200 risk. I could lose up to probably, it's probable 7 times in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At some point. So I want to
your
manage
worst
risk.
streak. Yeah. See, I always do the 7 worst streak, and then I add 3 because I know I'm gonna try and YOLO trade to make up for it. Just behaviorally.
Right. Yeah.
Which I shouldn't do, but sometimes I still struggle with that. But
I hear ya. I'm trying not to. It's human nature, right? We all got to fight. We got to fight it.
It
Like
is.
trying not to focus on the numbers and just manage risk.
Yeah, I got a larger account that I'm looking at getting funded, and I'm thinking about like risking like 800 per trade, which is, you know, pretty hefty.
But to get funded though, it's different, right? Because
Well,
you know,
yeah.
if you're finding full resets, then it doesn't matter, right? You could get funded really quickly doing that. So
Yeah,
it's,
but I
it's
want to. What I'm trying to do is establish behavior with this account, and where 800 is the standard
yeah,
standard risk.
Well, 100
you know,
account that's fine. Well,
but-
yeah, we're risking about 200 on a 50K account, so that's about 600. You know,
yeah,
600 for a 150K. So you're really risking like 250, which is kind of actually what I end up risking most of the time anyway. That's you know, it's very close, within $50 of 250 on a 50K account. That's good, you know. Definitely the same ballpark of what we've been risking, right? On for account size. Good stuff.
yeah. One of my best runs is I was risking like 1100, 1200 per trade. And,
Yeah.
that did really well. But as soon as I hit that that period where you lose 4 or 5 trades in a row,
Account's gone.
it was. I mean, luckily I was able to get something out of it, but that was a little too much.
Yeah. Well, imagine if you got a big buffer and you could do that, right? You got a 4 or 5 grand buffer, and you
Mhm.
really were patient and only took like 2 or 3 trades that week and waited for like a day where the time-based liquidities are really far away, and you swept a high and you showed displacement down and you just rode it with like 30 contracts, you
Mhm.
know, you make like $16,000 on something like that. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like all you have to do is really set yourself up for success all the way up to that point, right? And then it's not a YOLO. Then it's a strategic risk management practice, right? Where you're building up to taking a larger trade, and you've created that opportunity for yourself to be able to do that, right? It's different
Exactly.
than risking a bunch without some sort of a.
Yep.
And it would be on a very high quality setup across the board. Like you wouldn't want to take something like that
Yeah.
if you had one high, not taken. You're not going to have any loose ends on this trade, right? It needs to be so clear.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking my next larger payout and taking a portion of it to get 5 150s and connect them, and then even do a, I don't know, I can't decide if I want to try and YOLO it with like 600 risk, or because there's 5 of them connected, just risk like 250, because it's 250 times 5 is the actual payout math. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of money to get all that funded.
Yeah, at 150K account, you should be able to do $600 to $800, and that's $200 to $250 on a 50K, right?
Yeah.
It's not like that's $850. $600 to $850 is exactly the same as risking $200 to $250 that we've been doing.
But I didn't know about like if I lower the risk on 5 of them on a bigger account, yeah, I kind of make less, but now I have room for like 15 losses in a row, which should never happen.
Exactly. And that's,
yeah, I don't know if I can behaviorally get there, because dude, as soon as I start rolling, bigger accounts, I tend to get a little YOLO-y, I tend to, which is paid off. And I think that's the problem, Yeah,
if you did that with you're obviously doing 5 contracts, and you bleed off 3 and you leave a runner or 2, even with that you should be all right. I mean, because with your low risk, you should every once in a while make a really good run, and across 5 accounts, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I'll have to do the math on that versus like Apex, trading like 20 50K 20 50K accounts at like $33 a piece. I think you can get them on sale. And I don't know, I need to run some spreadsheets on that so we can kind of do that.
Well, it's $1 million of buying power for $660 a month, and 1500K, with Top Step 150K accounts, right? That's 5 of them for 700.
Yeah.
So 20 for 660 for $1 million, or 750K for 750, right? It's like,
But I do
it's,
like Top Step better. I like their Top Step X. I like their platform better.
I think the quality is much better.
Yeah, I didn't like
Potential.
trading Apex as much. I think that's why, like, you know, I got funded through them, but then I didn't get a chance to pull a payout. And that's just why I didn't go back. I just went straight back to Top Step. You know, I wanted the experience of being in Apex's, you know, their product, but it wasn't bad. I'm so used to Top Step X. And even the simplest thing as like going in one contract, move my stop loss to where I want it, and then I can adjust my risk by adding or taking away. You know, and so I can control risk. And in Apex, I have to do the math, and I'll admit I'm lazy sometimes. So sometimes I end up with, like, you know, $1,400 risk because I kind of didn't eyeball the pips very well. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and that's my bad for being lazy, but
just strategically though, I mean, you have better, the management tools are different on Top Step, and they do lend the trader a greater ability to manage risk on the spot. It just does. When you can add and remove contracts that easily, as a trade, when you're in the negative, when you're in the positive, doesn't matter. You can add or remove contracts anytime. You can reverse them. You can do whatever you want. It's great. So if you don't have that capability, it is going to affect your ability to manage risk. So it makes sense. You know, it's a good platform, but it doesn't have the same tools. They're just not there. The same tool to be able to add and remove contracts. And to contracts and average in. It's a wonderful ability that just isn't on Apex, and that's what they've selected to do, and that's all right. But yeah, I would say I certainly prefer the ability to add and remove contracts as I see fit. As well.
And
I can manage risk.
I've never been able to get 5 like 150s connected. I've done, like, I think I've had up to 3 fundeds robocopying, and it's smooth. It seems to work just fine.
Good.
But yeah.
Well, guys, I must go only to.
Man, it was great to have you today, man. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. My day is in a bit of a loss, but kind of break even. But still, it's not so bad. But what to say? I should have been maybe more cautious or to stay out today.
Yeah.
It was a little wiki today. You definitely had to get in a little sooner, probably, right? Near the top of that retracement. But other than that, yeah, that's good. At least you're close to break even. It's good to walk away when the market isn't great.
It's not so bad. Okay, guys. Then until tomorrow.
Sounds good. Right. See you tomorrow.
See you in the morning.
Care.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
All right, bro. I think I'm gonna cut the stream.
Yep.
And
sounds good.
Yeah. Awesome. Good day, man.
Good trading.